Hey guys, I wanted to come live today, back from KetoCon, and had an awesome time. I'm going to talk about more of that throughout this week, but today I wanted to go live because I'm committed to, and my plan is to go live almost every day or several times this month, right, over the next 30 days. So I wanted to talk today about like what my favorite simple meal is to cook and what my favorite meal is to eat. So as you guys know, I essentially I usually do keto, right? Keto is the one that is how I enjoy eating, right? It's my way of eating. So my favorite meal to cook on keto has always been, and even pre-keto, this is always my favorite meal to cook. Why? Because it's simple, it's easy, and the family loves it. So you guys have seen me cook this many times. So my favorite meal to cook is spaghetti. Why? Quick, right? And I don't love cooking. I don't know if I've ever said that before to you guys. Probably have. I don't love it. It's okay, but it's not like my favorite thing. And so I usually don't go live this late at night. So how do I do it? Well, when it comes to the family, right, I'm going to show you guys what I use when I'm cooking. Usually I do it with either ground turkey. Sometimes I'll do it with ground beef, but it's usually ground turkey just because it's easy for us. I think I may move more to some ground beef though, but my family, they like ground turkey better. So that's usually probably why I do it. But for the family, I cook with the spaghetti using this, right? I use gluten-free organic noodles, because we try and stay as close to gluten-free as possible, right? That's just what we do. Gluten is just not great for the body. A lot of people have a sensitivity to gluten, so I try and do gluten-free for my family as much as possible. And then for me, I have these skinny noodles, so that's what I'll have. Sometimes I'll do it without noodles at all for me and still have their noodles. And then, like I said, ground turkey, I just put that in the wrong spot. And then the spaghetti sauce that I use is, I don't have any up there. I'll either use Rao or I'll use Victoria. I have several videos on this, so I'm gonna link some of them so you guys can watch or can see how I make a simple spaghetti. And usually when I make spaghetti, I turn it into, it's spaghetti one day, it's tacos the next day. Like that's how I do it, right? Because I like to be simple as possible. So that is my favorite one to cook because I can make something simple and everybody can eat it. My kids can eat it, I can eat it. I don't have to make a million meals. It just makes it easy, right? And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about simplicity because, like I always say, if it's not simple, we won't stick to it. All right, so that's my favorite meal to cook. My favorite meal to eat from a keto standpoint and keto lifestyle standpoint is crab legs. I love crab legs. They're so good. They're tasty. I just enjoy it, right? That is my favorite, that's like my favorite food. The other meal that I really like, don't really enjoy cooking as much, but I do make it quite often, is ribeye. I love ribeye. It tastes so good. It's so much flavor in it. Relatively easy and quick. But here's the thing. I don't cook ribeye a lot. And the reason I don't cook it a lot, not because I don't like it, not because we don't have it, but because my family is not big on ribeye. So I end up having, that ends up being a time when I'd have to make two meals or they'd have to get something else and then I got to make this. It's just, I like to be able to cook one meal for the whole family. And so that's why I end up kind of taking something and just modifying it. So I'll do burgers one day. I'll do that kind of thing with the same amount of meat. So one of my biggest tips when it comes to meal planning, right? And I quote it because I'm not a major meal planner, right? I lost 120 pounds and I don't really meal plan. And I've kept it off, pretty consistently over the last 5 years. And I don't really meal plan. So my version of meal planning is essentially, I will make one protein and I will divvy it up into different meals. So I'll make like 4 pounds of ground turkey or 4 pounds of ground beef or 2 massive chickens. Usually I'll buy 2 rotisserie chickens, but that type of thing. And then throughout the week, we'll use it for different things. So if I make a huge thing of ground turkey, it's going to be spaghetti one day. It's going to be tacos another day. It's going to be like a vegetable stir fry another day. Like it's going to be a whole bunch of different things, right? And that ends up working well for me. I will also say this though. Since being keto for so long, we were talking about this at KetoCon, and I was talking about this with Black Carnivore. I don't know if you guys have been to her channel, but she's one of my clients. I adore her. and she is amazing, and she spoke at KetoCon and it was incredible, and she's helping so many people in the carnivore community. She's got a whole carnivore course, like it's called Carnivore Accelerator, and she's killing it. So if you guys aren't following her, go ahead and follow her. But anyways, we were talking this weekend, and one of the things that she highlighted that I don't think a lot of keto people recognize or pay attention to is that the longer you're keto, the more you find that you tend to start moving toward more proteins, as opposed to, oh, hey, Joe Ray, I just saw you at KetoCon. But you tend to do more proteins. And so you find yourself like wanting more meats, and less of the vegetables. And so I thought, no, I'll never be that person. I love vegetables. I was a vegan at one point. Like, I was like, that would never be me. I remember some people saying that before, and me being like, no, that's not a thing for me. I think 8A, Black Carnivore, even said it before. And I was like, no, not me. I'm a vegetable girl, you know? And this entire weekend, I think I had like 4 pieces of lettuce. Like, I realized that I always knew my body craved protein, because I work out quite a bit and I'm a tall person. I now have a lot of muscle. I didn't actually used to have a lot of muscle. I used to have way more fat. Now my body's made up of quite a bit of muscle. And so because of that, my body craves that protein. So anytime, like I was joking today how I literally had a dream of me like eating like meat, like raw meat. It was ridiculous. I would never eat raw meat, but that was the dream, right? And I was like, I'm literally craving protein. I can feel it when my body wants it. So I found myself like trying to find times to add vegetables in, but not really wanting it. Like, my body wants the protein and wants the fat, and it works well for me. So that's another thing we were talking about, is understanding and feeling out what works well for you. So even when, I talk about like my challenges and things like that we do, it's all about how do we fit what you're doing right currently, the good things, into your current lifestyle, right? How do you fit the things that you want to do into your current lifestyle? And so I'm always looking for efficient and effective ways to do that. Joe Ray says, I agree. The longer I've been keto, the more I've gone, oh, I missed it. I've gone ketovore and carnivore. Exactly. It just feels good. Oh, hi, Get Fit. I can't even see Get Fit Inside Out. But yeah, exactly. I absolutely agree with that. Like, the longer I've been keto for, I don't know, 6 years now. And I tend to lean more to eating more meat now, which is just different for me. Somebody who always ate vegetables. I mean, I used to eat salads every day. So anyway, I think we were talking before. I talked yesterday because I've been going live pretty much every day. Oh, well, let me see. I just had had the best. I don't know why I saw it. My eyes are fading the older I get, I swear. I just had the best zucchini pho. Oh, nice. Ever from this new spot I just learned of here in Orlando. That sounds amazing. I'm so getting ready for this meal. Keto meal favorites to try and make at home. Great flavors. Hey, if you're in Orlando, Marcils, have you heard about the Keto Orlando Summit? I don't know if you're already there, already going, but there's a Keto Orlando Summit in April. Like, we just got back from KetoCon, which was awesome, and there's a Keto Orlando Summit in April that's going to have a lot more of us speaking on what we do and speaking on this keto lifestyle and how to continue to grow in it. So if you haven't registered for that, definitely go register for that. If you need more information, you can always DM me, either on my Instagram, which is always in the link in the description of my videos. But yeah, definitely it's August 4th through the 7th. I will be speaking there as well. I'll be talking about, Joe Ray and I were talking about this earlier, but I'll be talking about the mindset around essentially the mindset needed to sustain in your health and fitness, and to sustain/grow your business. So that, because it's a game changer. Mindset's a game changer, and it's way more than finding your why and your vision and your triggers, right? Because we talk about that all the time. Everyone always talks about finding your triggers, finding your why. It's like, that's great. But one thing I'll tell you guys is, no matter what your why is, no matter how great or impressive your why is, it's never going to be good enough for you to sustain the weight loss. Because what really is happening, the reason that the weight is there, is because something here needs it. And so we'll talk about it more at the Keto Orlando Summit. I need to do a whole video or a live on that. I'm definitely going to be going through that in my challenge. So if you guys have not joined this challenge already, it's a 5-day challenge I'm hosting July 25th through the 29th. I host challenges every month now. It's a 5-day challenge. And in the 5 days, you get to go from where you are right now and literally move the needle forward in your business and in your life. So becoming more effective, more productive, basically working less while making more and feeling better. Like that's the point of the challenge. So if you haven't joined the challenge already, I say, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the link. Also because on the 18th, the price of the challenge goes up. So you want to get it at this price now. Okay, somebody said something else and I saw it. Okay, let me see. Oh, nice. I'll check it out. Oh my goodness, I'm a new resident to Orlando. Girl, it is in Orlando. Can you even believe it? You are gonna love it. Definitely check it out. It's done by a beautiful girl gone keto. That's my friend Erica. She hosts. It's her event. I've been speaking at it since 2020, so this is gonna be my 3rd year speaking at it. I love it. Made some great friends in the keto community, and we're giving amazing knowledge, information, and tools, right? So you definitely want to do that. But yeah, so I wanted to share with you guys my favorite meals because I think it's cool to realize you have options on keto, right? Because I will say this, and I was talking to some friends at the Keto Summit, at KetoCon this weekend, about when we started keto, right? So a lot of my friends at KetoCon started, in 2015, 2016, like I did, right? And even some in 2017 or 18. And so when we started, there were no keto options. There was no keto bread. There was no keto like ice creams and all. Everything you did, you had to make yourself, right? So it got a bit boring, and some people were really creative. So it got really creative and cool, right? We had opportunities, but we didn't have a lot that we could just buy and do. So when I say it got boring, because I didn't know any keto recipes, so I just kind of made, my 4 meals. I had like turkey taco salad, which I still have the recipe on this channel to this day. I had my spaghetti, but there were no noodles. Those skinny noodles were not around back then. So you know what I used? I used nothing. I just put I just ate the spaghetti sauce, threw some spinach in there, some vegetables, and some Parmesan cheese, and that's how I ate it. I called it pizza in a bowl, right? That's what I did. So everybody else had spaghetti, I would have pizza in a bowl, right? And so we just got creative with what we had. Now there's so many options, and sometimes even with all those options, it can still feel a bit boring. So I thought this would be a great time and opportunity to just give you guys some of my favorites, right? So I always talk about the spaghetti. The turkey taco salad is still a thing in my house. I don't really have it as much. I talked about the ribeye and also the crab legs. Yeah, the crab legs are definitely a favorite for me. Yes, there weren't many keto YouTubers or keto Pinterest boards. I'm actually going to create a keto Pinterest board soon. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do it under Keto Mommy Makeover or or Ileka Falette, but I'll be doing a keto Pinterest board pretty soon because I just feel like we can get the message out there. We have tons of recipes and that we still want to stay relatively whole foods because that's the point, right? Saying less, like not doing a lot of processed foods. You guys know I can't wait I'm always going into stuff. But anyways, I can't. So if you notice the stuff that I talked about, the foods that I talked about, it's not a whole ton of processed foods. The noodles are kind of processed, but it's actually not too bad. Like the noodles that I just showed you guys have like 1 ingredient, right? Many of those like keto breads that are around now that weren't around back when we started keto, many of those things are overly processed, and many things that just say keto on it in general are insanely processed, and so it's just not the best to do. It's ideal to eat something that you can find from your refrigerator, essentially, right? So vegetables, meats, those things like you can find in your refrigerator. So a lot of people do a lot of dairy. I don't do a ton of dairy, just in general, because dairy doesn't do that well in my stomach. But if dairy is your thing, you could even have cheese, but all the things that I'm mentioning, you pretty much find in the refrigerator, right? I think that's where a lot of people kind of go wrong with keto, is they're like, ooh, I want to do this keto, and I've heard it's great. So, wow, I found these keto, these keto granola bars, and I found this keto ice cream and these keto cakes, and they're doing all this keto stuff, and it's like, that's not keto, like that's what people are telling you it is. Keto is essentially whole foods, right? It's sometimes gets a bad name, but it's really eating whole foods, getting as close to the ground as possible, right? As close to what's walking as possible. And really eating to nourish the body. Like that's the key. And so I think with all these like keto products, it's not nourishing the body. Like we aren't getting the nutrients that you need. Don't eat it, because all it's going to do is make you hungry again, and it's not giving you energy, nothing. It's like pointless, so I tend to stick to meats, vegetables. I do find that when I work out extra, I'm hungry more. So I do tend to up my fat and up my protein when I go heavy on the workouts. Like if I'm lifting heavy that day, I'm upping my proteins. Those are my crab leg days and my ribeye days. And sometimes it's not even ribeye. It's like tenderloin, it's like that heavy protein, right? I'm going hard on like the egg whites and all that stuff because I know that my body needs it. Like my body will beg for it, So it's just we get to understand our body. We get to learn our body more. We get to know what our body needs, and we get to eat accordingly. So if this resonates with you, and kind of talking about nutrition, talking about how it does for your body, and then transitioning to how that can help you in terms of growing your business and being more efficient in your career or your job, definitely join my challenge. This challenge that I'm hosting them every month, but this one right here is going to be the lowest cost that you'll see for the challenge right now. So you want to go ahead and click the link in the description. It's ilekafalette.com/challenge. And in this challenge, each day we're going to work towards something that's going to move you closer and closer toward being more effective and more efficient and more productive in your day, in your career, and in your life. Like, I'm like, I don't know how much easier to say that and how much easier to make it, right? We're going over we're going over how to really nourish yourself to be productive, right? I did like a 5 tips day where I showed you guys like 5 secrets. I'm going to go deeper into each of those 5 secrets in the challenge to really help you move the needle forward, right? And keep moving that needle forward so that you can get to where you want to be, understanding what that means for you, right? Removing some of those blockages that are in the way from you seeing it. So definitely join the challenge. But I'm going to let you guys go because I just got back from KetoCon. I thought the kids would have been running in here, like, Mommy, let's do this. Mommy, let's do that. I mean, we did, do the excitement and hugs and talk and stuff for a bit. And now they're off, like, living their best lives, doing whatever they feel like doing. But I do know that I'm going to let you guys go because my baby girl, she said, Mommy, are we doing our meditation today? So this is a whole thing of joy for me. So you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I really enjoy like meditation, especially when it comes to like at night, like to sleep, or even just like randomly, like in the morning to get my day started off. Like these are some of the things that, me and my clients do as well, like getting that meditation in, getting that, that time for gratitude and all that stuff. So my daughter and I, she's 7, right? So if you don't know, I have a 7-year-old. And I have 3 boys as well, but my 7-year-old daughter and I, and sometimes my 9-year-old son hops in and does it with us. At night, we'll do like a 20-minute meditation. And the first time I thought, there's no way they're going to stick around for this, right? And they were in. And now every night, it's like, Mommy, are we about to do our meditation? So we do our meditation and then go on to bed. Like, it's in, when I talk about self-care, when I talk about joy, right? That for me is pure joy. Being able to sit with her and meditate for 20 minutes, or sit with, her and my son for 20 minutes and meditate. It's nothing like it. That's where my greatest gratitude. I'm so thankful to God for bringing me that calm and helping me to gift that to her. Because if you guys knew my story, I've talked about it before on Clubhouse, and I think I've talked about it here before, but I think I need to go live one day and just really tell the story of like some major issues I was having mentally, hormonally, and all that stuff that was affecting my family, and how I was able to shift majorly to bring peace and calm to the household, to the family, to the kids, all that. So food has been a major part of that. Just balancing my hormones has been a major part of that. Shifting and changing my mindset and really going deep into the mindset work, it's healing. It's true healing. And that's why I became a body and business mindset coach. I love it. It's what I do. And I help women to, when they're ready to thrive in mind, body, and business. All right. All right. So I will talk to you all later. Enjoy. I will see y'all tomorrow on the live. Not sure what time I'll be live tomorrow, but if you subscribe and click the notification, then you'll definitely get the notification when it's time, when I go live tomorrow. Please like the video. Love you guys. I will talk to y'all soon. All right. Take care.